So, sorry, I fell asleep. I was doing preparation, but I think a kind of sleep came. So no, I didn't finish. I didn't finish. So there's a system. My guru gives attention, which is to do preparation, initiation, same day. So I think it's also due to that sometimes. When the time is when time becomes short, and then so I try to do next year. And try to tomorrow. So now, vigilant, the moment a delusion appears in my mind, endangering myself and others, I shall confront and avert it without delay. Jalam kundu rangjula, Tō tī nyōmō kye mātā Dakshin marung chebe na Tsentab dōne, dōwa Tsentab dōne Dōwa no, here it's lōwa there need to be D-O-G, Dogwar, not L. Logwar. But also, you see, Charamukundu is missing. In all the action, Charamukundu, in all the action, there should be, you see, at the beginning should start. So, Charamukundu, in all the actions, Julam, the conduct, Julam, conduct, or the action, Kunds, all, Kundus, in all the actions. That should be said, that's missing there. In all the actions, that's missing. Is it there?
It's more recent.
But it's same. This one also didn't have. No, the same. There's no difference. Rangulas. You know, on one's own mental condition. Rangula. Doctrine is to examine. You watch the mind, examine the mind. The minute when the delusion rises, it endangers yourself and others. Oneself and others. Zentab done. Double lap. So I'm going to confront avoid it. without delay. So endangering, endangers myself and others, that's my room. Just have done and So mention vigilant is beginning. So that's so vigilantly confronted, averted. So the Kasuri. So there's also a basis of success or the previous practices, then also you see this one has to do. Only two stanzas went. So to success with that, then this one has to be done. You see, whatever you do, actions, whatever, eating, walking, sitting, sleeping, doing job, whatever you do, but also watching the mind. Also you are aware of your mind, watch the mind. So to practice the way to recognize and practice remembrance. The what's happening, the remember it, and tension, so awareness. This is what the delusion, what is the delusion, delusion destroying you. Delusion destroying you. Destroying already destroyed your enlightenment in the past. From beginningless rebirth, it is destroying your enlightenment. To achieve even the happiness of the ultimate happiness, the freedom from samsara. Already it's been destroying you to achieve that. See, from beginningless rebirth, didn't allow you. It didn't allow you. And Kasure. And yeah, like that, you see, after now. You didn't achieve, you didn't become even free from samsara. Same Guru Shakyamuni Buddha was in samsara as we are, and had all the problems what we had, same. But the difference is that he changed his mind. You know, let go I, cherish other sentiments. But in the West, let go I means, then what do you do? Then you have no life. In the West, you're supposed to. In the West, the main goal is to cherish the I, to success. Cherish I, or cherish I. You know, the I became the most famous in the world. Better than anybody, better than Lady Gaga. Is there somebody more famous than Lady Gaga? Huh? Is there? Is there? Huh?
Donald Trump, maybe.
Yeah, so because yeah, you know, in the West, the main aim is that. You know, yeah. So I become the most famous in the world around. So everything is I. So that's the goal. Instead of ultimate, instead of enlightenment, instead of the liberation from samsara, you know, instead of that. Then the Kasore, you know, let go I cherishing others. It's like in the West, no life, like dead. No life, dead. No longer is person, with no I. So no longer is person. No longer is being. Being. You know, that is. So, Shakyamuni Buddha was exactly the same as us. But he changed his mind. Because let go I cherish others who are numberless sentient beings. Every sentient being in the hell, hungry, animal, human being, sura, asura, ever, not one, not a tiniest insect left out. You see, cherished everyone, most cherished everyone. Mm. Mm. And because of that, he achieved enlightenment before us. That's just an example, but numberless other sentient beings achieved enlightenment, Buddhahood before us, even though they were the same as us before. You see? But still we are in samsara, just not being free. Even that didn't happen. So, then you see, again, beside that, then who destroys your enlightenment again? Now in the future, all the time, and then the liberation of samsara, the ultimate happiness, is you don't allow to achieve that, destroy that. And not only that, and destroy your happiness for future lives. Lives, not just one life, future lives. All that means, say, 100,000, millions, billions, all of that. Lord, who destroys your happiness in the future lives. You see, don't allow to get even human rebirth, next lives. Human devil rebirth, human rebirth with Dhamma, where you can meet Dhamma and practice. Achieve a higher realization, good enlightenment. Only Deva, rebirth of Deva, where unbelievable. The sense pleasure, unbelievable. Do not achieve that. So, obstacle, cause obstacle. Even for the happiness of this life. So, gaining realizations, understanding Dharma. That blocks to understand Dharma and to realize. Besides practice, the blocks to understand Dharma. It obscures the mind all the time. It obscures the mental continuum. So that's so you are, real enemy, the delusion. Your real enemy. You see, hallucination is that, we think, attachments, your attachments, who loves you, who loves me, kind of, who takes care of you, who loves me. Someone who's patting you, like that, you see, who loves me. And there you see, I think your attachment is a thing like that. Who loves you has then angers from backside, support you, protect you. Anger or from backside, protect you. Or the hallucination, you see, a thing like that. When things like that, from beginner's life. So, so the mental continuum, because there's 6 principal consciousness and 51 mental factors. So, mental factor that obscure the attachment. I'm describing the attachment is which obscures the mind. Instead of enlightening mind, awaken the mind, total opposite, obscure the mind, veiling the mind, obscure the mind, and so, how do I? The flower, you see, there's an example. You see, It appears a permanence. Appears a permanence. Without thinking the conventional reality, conventional reality, the ultimate reality, without thinking that. You see, what attachment does is, what happens is it appears a permanence, and then believe that permanent, concept permanence, and then then the obscures the mind, the obscures the mind that that is a convention nature, the nature of the truthful obscure mind. So the nature of impermanence. So it obscures to see that is impermanent. Impermanence. And day by day, hour by hour, minute by minute, second by second. Then there's even split seconds. With the camera, you see, they pushing the button there. Within second, minute, split second. So the changing second by second, even split seconds is changing. That's a conventional nature, changing. Doesn't last, become old. That you don't notice. Then what you notice, only one become big change. Colors change, become darker, like rose, for example, from red and become darker. And the big change, then only. But don't realize but when you look at the flower, don't see the conventional nature. Then not only that, not only stops that, it interferes to see the conventional nature. This is the ultimate nature. You see, in the ultimate reality, emptiness. So it interferes to see that ultimate nature, ultimate reality, emptiness, ultimate truth. That real flower, real nice, real rose flower, you see, that real flower is not there at all, not even an atom of that. Totally empty there. From where it is appearing, it's empty right there. But it is not saying there is no flower. It's not saying that there is no flower. There is a flower. There is a flower. It is not saying that there is no flower. There is a flower. if you are understanding conclusion, definition is there is no flower, then there means there is no I. Then that means there is no action of I, there is no object. Then that means there is no happiness, there is no suffering, there is no samsara, there is no nirvana, there is no hell, there is no enlightenment. There is no virtue, there is no non-virtue, so it becomes like that. There is nothing. So it becomes like, you fall nihilism. You fall nihilism. In that case, why you walk? Why you do job? Why you go to why you go for university? Why you go for university? Why you start from kindergarten? Why you go to school? Nothing exists. Why do you make food? Why do you have to have a house? What for? Why you need parents? What for? You don't exist. So why you need parents? So all the mistake arises. You see? Then you don't do anything. You don't exist. So I say, oh, yeah, there's flower. There's flower. What is flower? Is generally if you didn't study Madhyamika, you don't know. You have no idea what is flower. All what you believe is hallucination. What appears and what you believe is all hallucination. There's no such thing. So what is the flower? It's an extremely subtle phenomena. So normally you never think that. Normally you think that. Normally what you think is it doesn't exist. If you hear, you may think it doesn't exist. So for you, what exists is the real flower from there. Flower existing from there. The real flower, only that for you. So, but in the reality, that's a total hallucination. Like illusion, like dream. Like illusion, like dream, like mirage. So many examples like that. So, that real flower you can't find. Neither on that. On that basis on which you call flower, neither on that nor anywhere in the world, universe, nowhere you can find the real flower. If you look for, if you search, research, can't find anywhere. Oh, that means it doesn't exist. So the real flower, I think that's right. Relating the basis relating basis, there's a basis. The shape, the color, the main thing is shape. Main thing is the shape. On that basis, first you see that. First you see the base, the shape. Then after you see that, then the mind rises, making up the label flower. So making up the label flower. So I like that, you see. So the mind depends, seeing the base first, the shape, and then then you see your mind is first reason, seeing the base shape. Then your mind we see that the mind merely labeled flower, merely impute the flower. So the flower exists, but what it is, at what it is something that extremely subtle phenomenon. You see, the base is the flower. If the base is a flower, you see, then why you need to call flower on the flower? You see, there's no reason. Label on the label, same label on the label. Then the end becomes endless. You see, if the aggregate is the I, you see, then you label I on the I, I on the I, I on the endless. So that's one short the shortcomings, you see the shortcomings. And you see the it got the aggregates an I, of course. I, you see, besides that, the aggregate is possession. I is possessor. So two different phenomena, not separate, but two different phenomena. One is possession, one is possessor. So for example, our house is your possession. So because the house is your possession, so you are one with the house. You know? That becomes crazy. I mean, the thing is, if it's possession, the possessor, you have to do with that. No. So here, different. Not separated from different phenomena. I, the possessor, the aggregate possession. That's, you see. So the flower is touch what is labeled. Flower is a touch, so what is labeled. And the base of the flower is a dakshi. And basis of flower. The shape, that thing. And I say, yeah. So basis to be labeled. There's the basis to be labeled. And the flower is what is labeled. Basis to be labeled and what is labeled. Two different phenomena. Different phenomena. Not separate, but two different phenomena. Like that, you see. Basis and, yeah. So the basis to be labeled, dakshi. And then the flower itself, or dakshi, the phenomenon, what's labeled, what is labeled. So that's two different phenomena. So you have to realize, you have to understand the two different phenomena. To realize the hallucination, to realize your view, the way the flower appears to you, how you believe, you see. To recognize that a total hallucination, gacha, total hallucination, objective repeater, or total hallucination, then you have to understand the base to be labeled, and dakshi and the flower, what's the label? You have to understand the two different phenomena, not two separate, but two different phenomena. You have to understand. That helps. To realize your hallucination. How the flower appears to you, relearn from there. Well, then you see, relearn from there, or one is with the base to label, or his one says sometimes inside of that. So that is like table inside the table, table inside the base of the table. That is one says. However, so like that you see. So the reality, the reality, ultimate reality of the flower, so subtle. So subtle. There's nothing from its own side. There is nothing exists from outside. Not in the atom size, but atom exists from outside. So, yes, it exists in the mere name. It exists in the mere name. That's the most difficult one to realize. See, to realize emptiness. That's the most difficult one. There are so many famous meditators. They can't see, for example, flower or the eye exists middle way. Devoid of the nihilism, nothing exists, and eternalism, it exists from its own side. It exists from its own side, or truly, or exists real. It's as though you believe it exists real. So exists from them is real. So that's the eternal, following the eternalism. So the middle way view is devoid of the two extremes. Correct. So this flower is do not exist truly. Do not exist. Truly do not exist. Truly do not exist. Why? Because it is a dependent arising. Gentle. This is talking about not gross dependent arising, but subtle dependent arising. So they do not, the flower do not, truly do not exist. That's eliminating the eternalism. Then because it is dependent arising, by that it eliminates as a nihilism, that it doesn't exist. The flower doesn't exist, or they eliminate that nihilism. So you see, relating to the base, to label the flower, you see, the base shape, there. So, relating to that, then, you see, by seeing that, and then mind which see that, and then they'll come to the mind to see, make up the label flower. So, merely imputed flower. So, because merely imputed flower. Then you see, this is rose flower. You see, that doesn't come before you see the base. Because without seeing the base, you can't say it's a rose flower, you can't say that. Without seeing the base, you can't say it's a rose flower. Unless you have a kind of clairvoyance. So you say, Without seeing the base, you can't. Without seeing the base, without the base, you see the dakchu or flower, what's labeled dakchu, doesn't exist before the base. To say this is rose flower, you have to see the base. You know, you have to see the base. So the rose flower doesn't come before seeing the base. The dakchu, so you don't see before the base, seeing the base. And also, this is flower, rose flower. You see, dakchu doesn't come together with the base. Doesn't come also together, not all together. I guess if it's together, then still can be maybe true can be true to become truly existent or the real rose flower. You see. So anyway, so it doesn't come together with the base. So many people may think come together. This is easy to think. It's just live in that. It's easy to think with not taking much. But then if it comes together, my question is, if it comes together, what is it that makes your mind to decide rose flower? What is it your mind decides flower? Because you haven't seen the base. So even the base of flower you haven't seen. So what makes your mind decide the level? What makes your mind to decide the level? Dakchu. Because you haven't seen the base. So because you haven't seen the base, so there's nothing which causes flower to be your mind to label flower. You see? So this is a problem. For example, many people coming, so that's your today. Mother, father, brothers, sisters. So many people coming inside that, see? Then you see the shape of your brother or your sister, your mother, father, certain face, and whole nose, whole feature among the people. You see, what you know, this is my father, okay? What you know first, you see first. You see first. And then, mind, which is that first, seeing that particular shape body, then you see that mind, continuation, that mind makes up the label. This is my father, this is my mother, this is my brother, this is my sister. You see? So what decides your mind, the label? You see, by first seeing the base. You have to see the base first. Then your mind make the label, then can decide the label. Oh, that's how made imputed by the mind. Mother or father, brother, sister, whatever. So same thing, the flower. You see, together with the base, it doesn't come. Dakchu doesn't go with the base. So you have to see the base first. Then, after that, dakchu, rose flower, all that comes. See? So, not doesn't come in existence before dakchu, the flower, rose flower, doesn't come before, doesn't come with base. Or after the base. So you see, very logical. It's very scientific, very logical. So like that. You see, so therefore the base here, the aggregates, the 5 aggregates, they include the body. So that's the base. That is not the father, mother. That is the base to be labeled father, mother, brother, sister, certification. So that the father, mother, or the male level comes later. So you can differentiate. One's base, one's the label. You can differentiate. Not two separate phenomena, but 2 different phenomena. So like that. Yeah. So you see, attachment never, so totally never allowed to think, totally obscure to see this. Totally, completely. Completely obscure mind to see this. Ultimate nature. Same with the eye. Then the relating the body, see this kind of so you can see that I use a flower example, but you can use the body, nature impermanence. Your body or other person's body, nature impermanence. Gross and subtle impermanence. So attachment obscures the mind. Your mental control should not see that. The relative nature, the complete nature, the impermanence. Because day by day, hour by minute, second by second changing impermanence. Seconds by second, split second. Completely. Attachment, you think, totally kind of unchangeable, kind of like permanent. That's total opposite to conventional reality. Oh, see. Then no way, ultimate nature, no way. No way, total obscure mind. That's how they become cause of samsara. Or to be born in the raw realm, to be born in samsara continuously. That tie and become like a chain that ties you to samsara. Continuously in this cycle of death and rebirth, from beginningless rebirth. 6 realms, one of the realms all the time. So after that, then experience, not just that, experience suffering, oceans of suffering. Each realm. All like that, so never liberated. Oh, like that. So attachment, chronic disease from beginningless rebirth. Is not known yet in the West. Not explored, not discovered in the West yet. That chronic disease from beginningless rebirth. I use the example, the anchor in so saltation thoughts and the particularly in the root of samsara, from beginning start, the ignorance, the holding truly existent. The katsure, so already body is like this. Totally something else, hallucination, or mind. Like that. Then you see that which is totally in suffering nature, the body, as your body without the body, totally suffering nature. Suffering pain, suffering change, or the temporal pleasure or some side of temporal pleasure. So, yeah. Where Dharma happiness, you can continue, you can complete, you can develop, but not some sort of pleasure. You can't continue, you can't develop. Because it's suffering nature. So then those two came from the pervasive compounding suffering. Kappa to Chikidungan, pervasive compounding suffering. The body, see, the whole aggregates on his own as total end of the control of delusion and karma. So it's all pervaded by suffering. What causes that? So that's not discovered yet in the West. Scientifically, do not discover yet. So scientifically, with Buddhism, is a cause of they find more and more new things. As continuously they check year to year, then they find something new, which makes the previous ones which are thought is not true. You see, now the different scientists have been finding this. So becoming closer to Buddhism. Among the religions in the world, so many thousands of religions, but major religions, but what they can find close is the Buddhism, only Buddhism. So as the science go finer, you see, as the previous what they believed, not wrong. So then close to Buddhism. So this is what his owner says, this is what I hear. So he's enjoying this for 20 or 30 years, I'm not sure. Long time, this discussion with scientists. The logic from Buddhism, the about mental factor, the principal conscious mental factor, the spiritual, all those. Then in the science, what they think, so that checking each other. So I say, now there's a study of science started in the monastery. Now, besides the Buddhist philosophy, now there's science started in the 6 monasteries, at least Saraka doing there. There's the Tasa, then the Tazang, the 6 college. Then you see, each of them started. So then now they have different examination. Besides from Tibet, only Buddhist philosophy, but now science is examination of science. So you see, I guess the Buddha mind, so pervasive compound suffering. So pervasive by suffering. Then now this is contained, this is contaminated, the seed of delusion karma. It's called Tibetan Nengelin. So from the seed of delusion karma is contained there in the aggregate. So from that seed comes rises delusion again. Rises delusion again. And suffering. Rises suffering again, delusion again. So compounding suffering. From the seed, then compound suffering, delusion. So compound also future life suffering too. Not on this life. All of that we see. So you have to realize, that this is very important, most important meditation. Then from there, then two other suffering rises. So until you are free, totally free from the pervasive compound suffering, if you are totally free from that, then you are totally free from suffering of sickness, suffering of pain, and suffering of change, all the temporary samsara pleasure, which is the nature of suffering. So you see, when you don't realize there is the nature of suffering, then you think the real pleasure, but never last. But you see, not real happiness, not real pleasure, because it never lasts. Never lasts, and it changes into suffering, pain. So that you see. No essence. So that you see. There's something happiness, no essence. That see. Not like ultimate happiness, total liberation from samsara, total liberation from samsara suffering, samsara happiness, the samsara suffering. So that then same because so for example, or just a simple example, what Lama Tsongkhapa explained in the Rinpoche is that you see, at the beginning, body being exposed and the sun so hot, all the this example, we were very hot. Then you get in the water, cold water, the beach, for example, like beach or your swimming pool or something. So, so that you call pleasure. You call pleasure. But you see, the basis of you call pleasure is another suffering began from another suffering stopped from great to small. Another suffering stopped from great to small. Another suffering started from small to great. So that feeling you call pleasure. The samsara pleasure is like that. So all the rest pleasure like that. So if you analyze, like that. So if you analyze, so another suffering started from great to small. The feeling hot. Now another suffering began from small to great. Is feeling cold. It began unnoticeable. Unnoticeable. Suffering cold. I mean, kasure, because being hot. So then suffering the cold increase continuously as more and more. Oh, you see, then it becomes suffering pain. Suffering pain. All like that, you see, after some time, then the suffering cold increases, and then is suffering pain. Similar, when you eat after hungry, then when you eat a spoon of food, first spoon of food, the hunger starts from great to small, like that. Then the difficult, uncomfortable, difficult in the stomach is, you see, the feeling of the stomach. The food start from unnoticeable, noticeable to your mind. Start from small. Then as you eat on, then gradually it increases. Then sooner or later become suffering pain. It increases the discomfort, and the more and more, then suffering of pain is developed from more and more like that. So another suffering stopped from great, another suffering began from small, from tiny, from subtle, from that to the great. And so that feeling you call pleasure. So that is the basis on which you call pleasure. So, so many whole entire samsara pleasure is like that. So if you analyze, so then what happens? You don't notice that. Then you call pleasure. You label your mind to label pleasure. To change the feeling. And you call pleasure, and then you don't know the pleasure is merely labeled by your mind. You don't notice that. You don't know that. Even labeled by mind, leave aside merely label, but even the label by your mind, you don't know. You think pleasure only came from its own side. You think the pleasure, completely came from its own side. Completely came from its own side. So, yeah, even if you notice the label by my mind, Umarang Juba, so Tantra school, Madhyamika school, there, labeled by mind, by the mind, but still it exists from its own sides. Oh, that is perfect, complete gakta, the objective repeated by the philosopher, the Prasankika Tanjuva. That's exact gakta. Completely exists, it's not a Prasankika gakta, that's the Rangjuba's gakta. Prasankika Savatantra's objective repeated. But you see, not merely imputed by mind, but there's something from its own side. Oh, that is total hallucination. Oh, the most of one. Oh, that is that Gachatama, that not merely leveled by mind. Not merely leveled by mind. Oh, you see that place, not merely leveled by mind. Oh, that's the exact unmistaken Gaccha of the Parsangika, Madhyamika Parsangika school. The Gaccha, the object to be repeated. Oh, if you realize that's empty as it is, then you see the emptiness of the Parsangika school. Oh, then that is what you need to eliminate the root of samsara, the ignorance, holding I and truly existent. Or something exists from something. It doesn't have to be completely something true from that. Something true from that, from the object side. Something true. So therefore, not merely labeled by mind can't accept. Oh, that is the unmistaken object to be reputed. Realize empty as is empty. Oh, that's only that one. Only that emptiness then can cut the eliminated root of your root of samsara, suffering from beginningless rebirth up to now. Because of the ignorance, wow, then that wisdom totally opposite to the ignorance. Total opposite, like this, total opposite to ignorance. Your root of your samsara, ocean suffering system, yours. Oh, then I can eliminate. Then can see developing that, can see the imprint of that, and then you become free from all the delusion karma. If you see that, you become free from all the delusion karma. Oh, then you become free from all the suffering. Only a mental continuum, I say, you achieve nirvana. So that's so. Anyway. Oh, so you see, so you call pleasure. So you don't know it's a level by your mind. In the middle level by your mind, you have no idea. See? So then decorate. Then you see negative imprint left upon beginningless rebirth by your ignorance, root of samsara. Only I'm going to decorate, project, or decorate the middle level pleasure as middle level pleasure. What is it? But decorate, project as real pleasure. Oh, project, decorate. Oh, then it's a real pleasure. Or then you see we are attaching that. So then the attachment comes. You see, you have ignorance, holding that 100% the true, 100% the true, real pleasure, 100% the true, or ignorance, your roots of the ignorance. Oh, that what I see. Your ignorance, you see, your ignorance, the creator of your samsara. So, you see, they believed real. Then on the basis, then attachment rises. They attach, then cling, grasp on that. Which is not there. At all. Like that. It's the whole entire samsara pleasure is like this. So not there. Reality is not there at all. So then this causes continual chain you to condition born in samsara, suffer. Unbelievable suffering, succession, as you read the Lambrim, those who read the Lambrim, from Buddha's teaching, Sutra. Oh, that was him. For example, in the human beings, we don't know the human being sufferings. Especially we don't know samsara pleasure, nature suffering, we don't know. Then especially the third one, where the truths are suffering, we don't know. We don't know. So we don't know even complete human. We don't know even the whole suffering of human being, we don't know. And maybe only suffering pain. Maybe even some doesn't know. So it's a kind of totally hallucination, living life in hallucination. So condensed time in samsara, go to the circle of death, rebirth, being born in the suffers from beginningless rebirth. So we see now. Oh, sorry, I'm describing attachment. Whatever. Like this, that's my description. I'm not talking just the problem in this life. That's the whole idea. Amazing. I like that. Then I see, then there's anger. I mean, I told quite a bit of details, emptiness and all that. But you see, by knowing emptiness, then you know what is the truth in your life, in your world. What is the truth? What is the false? You see, you come to understand. So then very deep, you see, not true. You see what you've been played to. It's all hallucination. It's all suffering. Then you come to then you wake up. Then only you wake up. You see? Then you see suffering. Oh, that's so important. You see, before I go to the third one, this is the basis. Why you know the basis? Wow, that's the best basis. You see, the starting with emptiness, then you know whole thing is wrong. How the whole life, what you believe in the way it appears, what you believe. Oh, the total hallucination, like dream. Total hallucination, like living the dream. Like living the dream, believing the truth. Everything is true, what you dream. What you dream, what you have see in dream, what's happening in dream, believing the truth happening. You see? So the one you wake up, it didn't happen. Oh, you see, you married with the President Trump. Oh, I mean, you see, puzzle. Something happened, which I don't know. Anyway, so something happened, but you believe real. But you wake up, never happened. Never happened. All that thing never happened. Even an atom of that didn't happen. You see this is what Buddha see. What the Bodhisattvas, I am Bodhisattva see. And this is what who realize the emptiness. Even yourself realize emptiness later, then you see emptiness of I, I get the emptiness of that. You see, and then very easy once we realize another. So you yourself see your life, your life before total hallucination. You will see by yourself. After you realize emptiness. So this is the basis of this third one here. Whatever you see. So now, yeah, I talk to anger, sorry. It takes a little bit of cleaning before explaining about anger. Okay. So the attachment, attachment to the midang impermanent suffering, dong dang. So the attachment obscures the mind to realize the body, we're talking about another body. Body, the general body, then there's a particular limbs, you see, 5 limbs, and then more parts. You know? So the the attachment obscures the mental freedom to see that the body is empty. So these 5 limbs, you know, all this, then there are small part, many, then they're going down to the atoms, you know, numberless atoms. So it's not oneness with the body is the mind and body. The body is not oneness with, not oneness with the parts of the body, the 5 limbs and so forth. Is not oneness with the, not oneness with the 5 limbs and all the going down, then the atoms. Body is not oneness with all this. All these are bases. All these are bases to be labeled body. Body is what is to be labeled? Then the 5 limbs and all the 5 limbs and all the things, you know, including every single part, atoms, you know, the basis. The base to label a taxi base to label the body. I'm talking about the general body. So the body is not oneness with this, 5 limbs and all the details. Not oneness with this. Body do not exist separately from this. Not oneness with this, not only that, even do not exist separately from this. So dang no self. No self. So because of that, then you see You see, the I going very subtle. You see, the I not merely labeled by mind. The I not merely labeled by mind. The very subtle object to be reputed by Prasangika. In the Prasangika school we say the very subtle object to be reputed. Gachatama. So they say, you see, you see, it's not there. It's not there at all. Total at all. Even one atom, not there. Totally. You've been believing from beginningless rebirth up to now, appeared and believed 100%. Sorry. So the Kasuri again same thing here. From beginning to about your ignorance, multiply your ignorance, reduce samsara. Ignorance left a negative imprint on pile on the mental continuum. So that merely imputed by the mind, by seeing the aggregate, and then that mind, continual that mind made up the label I. So merely imputed I. So next second, then actually, as you are not aware, don't realize that, then it's a negative imprint, the ignorance, the liberal ignorance of the decorate the middle level I, you see, middle level I, and decorate real I, existing from other side, the hallucination. Put the hallucination on that. And the middle level I, then you see, made it to appear you not middle level by mind, not middle level by your mind. It appeared to you like that. Then you completely. Then you completely, because you don't realize this, so you totally, completely hold on that. Totally hold on that. Complete interest in that. So that's why largest one in the world. First World War happened. Second World War happened. Now the third, actually. Then battle, and not when the good karma runs out, then people do not practice compassion, then third World War starts. So you see, by believing on that real I, you make a real I, and totally interested in that. So my power, my happiness, the war in the world, millions of people killed. Then by trusting the real I, like that, you see. Or that goes back, this is the reason. You total trust on this real I that you made it up, that you projected by your ignorance, negative. besides all the problems, individual problems, all the sufferings, created in the past and created this life. All the time suffering. One after another. Then suffering, pain, suffering, change, and then baby self come back. That's so then you see so so there's no due to extensive, continual extensive collecting merits and purification. Then due to developing the Guru devotion, that is Buddha, no mistakes, and then stronger, the devotion as well. Then you receive blessing of Guru in the one's own field, mindful of the field. Then, because of course the mind has all the potential to be enlightened, because mind is not oneness with delusion, not oneness with attachment, anger, ignorance, nothing. Not oneness mistakes. It's temporal obscure, but so therefore you can enlighten. Therefore, that's the Buddha nature. So Buddha nature, but you're not Buddha yet. All the cultures of Buddhas you don't have. So then you actualize path, the Lamrim, falling back to the friend, and the 3 pence apart, and towards uncommon to a stage of Tantra. So then you achieve you become Buddha, then total cessation of obscurity, complete realization, you achieve, then you become Buddha. So our mind has all the potential. So it's in blessing Guru in the heart. Then you see, even you don't know the whole philosophy, Nagarjuna, the Lama Tonga, all the many hundreds many pages. Even you don't know, but if you receive blessing of Guru in your heart, then even one or two words, one or two words, then it wakes up your mind. It wakes up your mind, clicks your mind. The gakcha, the object to be repeated, the false eye is all there, but you don't recognize. You think something else. But then you see all the time, all the things, conditions together. Then you suddenly then awaken the mind so to recognize. Suddenly you recognize. It's always there, but you don't recognize. Don't recognize. So suddenly then you see, you are a fortunate being, then you are a highly intelligent, fortunate being, then unbelievable happy. The bodhisattvas, and then you see it's unbelievable happiness. So then tears come out when they realize emptiness. On the lower intelligent bodhisattvas, and then when they realize emptiness, then incredible fear, deep fear. I think, I'm not sure, maybe there's more fear than meeting tiger in the road. I don't know. That's what I sort of think. But way inside, unbelievable fear. So because your mind got habituated from beginningless rebirth, not only from this morning, from birth, from beginningless rebirth, is interested too totally interested in this, this not merely labeled mind. This I appear to not merely labeled mind. Then on top of that, not merely not labeled by mind. Totally exist from that. You completely trust it. Then you live your life with that. You do everything for that. So that. So that's why this mind echoes from beginners. So once that's lost, once it's not there, while you're believing like this, it is there. It is not there from beginners, but you're even holding as it is there. So suddenly you recognize it's there, not there, more than. You know that totally you are cheated by yourself, not by God or somebody or your friend or somebody, no, by yourself. No one else to complain. So that's what all of this, you see. So this is very scientific. This is all totally. It's not that I have a realization of emptiness or nothing like that at all. But it's my guru's advice. My guru's had the experience of it. So it's all, it's like a clock. You have the clock running on this battery, all like that, you see. It's all dependent. So this effect of this is the truth. You see the truth of your truth. By recognizing the false I, then you're going to recognize truth. If you don't recognize false I, then you cannot recognize truth. And so, so you see, I may labeled I, so exists mere name, mere labeled mind. By the mind on the valid base aggregates. So therefore, not merely labeled mind, there's a very subtle one. Not merely labeled one is not there at all. No self. Oh, then you realize no self. You see, so the attachment obscures that. Truth is that, to realize that. Oh, okay. Oh, then I'll say this is really how it is harmful to the without the impairment is suffering, empty, no self. So, you see, just so good to maintain in there. So I explain that. Okay, so the okay, enough of this. That's gone. Well, maybe one more word. But you see, if it's the body, so you see, for the attachment, the thinking the object is dirty, so so that stops the attachment. Thinking the object is dirty, you see. So that's, for example, the body, the body, okay, so I would think how dirty it is, no? That's what I asked that Dungalwa, Deb Gudrikos, no, Tangde Tatashi. I supposed to go through that, but I went the other way. But it's okay. Tangde Tatashi. So, wall is dirty. The Nagarjuna said, 32 Minzang says, so that you see, filled the body with the 32 dirty things. I have to look at that body in the, yeah, so that's what so you know, if the body is not washed, and then you see dirty smell, then feel the dirty smell and the outside. You see, if the body is not made up, if the body didn't have makeup, you know, you spend several hours to make up the body. Then you don't do that, then becomes looks very old. So it's made it up, see, from outside, you see. That is the helpful one, then. So now the inside, you see, very small things, you see. In Delhi, I was in York Hotel, I was staying. Then there was outside, there was some Indian business people that gathered. So they asked me, oh, how do you control attachment to sex? The Indian businessman asked me. So I don't remember what I said. Now, long time ago, yeah. And this is, I think, main problem what they have. So they asked him, but I don't remember the answer. Maybe I said to think inside the body. I think that maybe I said to think the inside the body. No, go in, not just look at outside, but go inside the body. Go inside the body means mind, you see. You just don't look at outside, but through the skin go inside. So you see, there's nothing beauty that you get attached to. Can't separate from the object, and there's nothing there. Instead of that, fear, cause of fear. You see, even the blood, even one blood, a needle or something, a thorn, when blood comes out, even that kind of, some people get fear, or, you know, even blood come out of there, get fear. Oh, some people see, yeah, even that changes. Anyways, so the inside body, oh, you see, when the skin's peeled off, so there's nothing there, and all the borders, this inside same. You see, however outside shape looks with skin, but just the skin, but the inside the body, it's, you know, piece of flesh, and then wrapped by the veins and the skeleton. That's so see, there's nothing to this better than that. Nothing. Same. So then stomach is full of caca, pee pee, and all that, and the smell of the toilet, smell of the toilet. So kind of so you see the attachment don't want to think. Attachment don't want to think that. Attachment is its own world. Attachment creates its own world. Don't want to think all these dirty things. You see, so something of the not true. The hallucination. You see, not that. You see, now you can see how attachment cheats you, continuously in samsara, causes it to be continuously in samsara. or then unable to realize the correctly falling virtue friend, three from the past two stages, and then you see you can't liberate sentient beings from the ocean of samsara. Numberless sentient beings. Before you just you, but now numberless sentient beings. You can't free them from oceans of suffering of samsara. You can't, because you don't have the, you don't have actual path, particular wisdom realizing and directly perceive emptiness. You don't have it, so can't liberate this. Then you bring to Buddhahood. You know, total cessation, obscuration, subtle, the completion. You bring everyone to peerless happiness. You can't. So that you see, attachment, anger in the Baba. The root that is the ignorance. That's what it does to you. What it cheats you. It's been doing like this. It has been harming you, obscuring your mind from beginningless rebirth up to now. So then, in this life, if you don't study Dharma, special Lamrim, and don't practice Lamrim, then don't realize, then numberless, then you suffer in samsara numberless times. Or like that, you can, not only you can't help others sentient beings, but yourself. So like this. Then anger. First, you see, you have to practice this third, but you have to understand the shortcomings. How they cheat you. You have to understand. Otherwise, just some words, it's okay, gone, then that's it. You heard, and that's it. But not anger, anger destroys your marriage. Marriage is the cause of happiness. Without marriage, without marriage, you can't have success, your happiness. At all. So can't have any success, your happiness without marriage. So see, anger or the enemy that destroys your marriage, your happiness. Then this includes enlightenment, liberation, everything. Happiness, as I mentioned before, their happiness. Then you've been destroying from beginningless. It has been destroying your happiness from beginningless rebirth. From beginningless rebirth. So then now, well, I mentioned what Bodhisattva Siddhakapa said in the Bodhisattva. Gawa Tongdu Sabai, Jindang Deshe, Chola, so Gijiju Jamboche. So 1,000 eons you collected the virtue by making charity to the sentient beings. And make offering to the gone to bliss ones, that means Buddha. 1,000 eons. But you see, rise, anger, heresy, towards Bodhisattva. You don't Bodhicitta, somebody has Bodhicitta. You don't know who is Bodhicitta, who is Bodhisattva, who is not Bodhisattva, you can't say. I gave it last night, how the Asanga saw the Madhyamika at the beginning, many other examples, You don't know who's the Buddha, who's not Buddha, who's the Bodhisattva, who's not. You can't judge. You can judge from your mind. What do you know is only your mind. What you know, judge, is only your mind. Nothing else outside. So they were saying, then rising heresy, anger towards the Bodhisattva, non-Bodhisattva to a Bodhisattva for 1 second. Then it destroys the merit that you collected 1,000 years. May charity, the sentient being, then offering to the Buddha, so forth. Oh, like that. The shortcomings like that. But you want to practice patience. Yes, but you have to know how is the anger harmful. Otherwise, yeah, but want to practice, want to get done, so you don't know how the anger is harmful. Then you always become friends with anger, so that always get angry with somebody did something wrong, or look at you the wrong way, or speak you or something they don't like, then you get angry with them so easily. All that you say, so anyway, that, now after that, you see how many times get angry to Bodhisattva, you see, then then you're angry to Buddha. Numberless Bodhisattva, then the higher Bodhisattva, numberless higher Bodhisattva, then one Buddha. You get angry 1 second to one Buddha. Or the world, the double, triple worlds, then numberless, get angry to numberless higher Bodhisattvas, okay? That could be, I don't know, I can't say, it could be, it's each second rising angry to Buddha, there are thousands, then there could be, or 10,000 to 100,000, I'm not sure how much matters get destroyed, there are many eons. Then there's Guru. On top of that, see, all the Buddhas, you see, embodiment. All the Buddhas, sorry. If I make some joke, then might stay longer in the mind. So, you see, you get angry 1 second ahead. I don't know, there could be millions. I don't know, I didn't see yet the text. You see, on the basis of what should they ever said. Could be million eons, I don't know whether marriage get destroyed, your marriage get destroyed, million eons, I didn't see it. Oh, like that. You see, if you get angry to Guru, then it seems angry to numberless Buddha. The numberless Buddha, and then if you make if you please the Guru, then you have to please numberless Buddha. So the one time, Rinpoche was one of my Guru. So in the Rinpoche's house, and I went to 1 month to retreat there. So Rinpoche was doing 1 year there, but you can retreat. So the Rinpoche one evening morning, Rinpoche was repeating the words. If the Guru is happy, Mahakala is happy, the protector. Protector, compassion, but the Nanda says morality in culture is related to 3 paths, bodhicitta, Mahakala, protector. Then emptiness, right view, that's Kalarupa, then bodhicitta, renunciation, Namtase. Then right view, the Kalarupa. So protector related to 3 paths, the 3 higher training. Related to 3 higher training, the morality, concentration, then the other one is the 3 paths. renunciation Buddhist that I remember. Yeah. So if the Guru is pleased, the Mahakala is Lamanyeno Gombonye, Mahakala is pleased. So if the Guru is displeased, then Mahakala is displeased. And so Rinpoche was repeating over there. He was very interested, in that. And he was repeating one time or one seed, which was repeating. So, yeah, so you have to know in your heart, this is the most important practice and most important skill to quickly achieving enlightenment. How much so how much negative karma, heavy negative karma collected in your life, all them each time you please the Guru, the purifies all that. That's the best one. I said the Bhaja Sapa, there are many other practices too, but the one most important one is each time when you're able to please Guru, that purifies everything. So all those heavy negative karma. So you have to know that. And that's a way to collect most extensive merit, and there's a way to achieve enlightenment quickest. And so you have to keep that. You have to write down that, and to keep that in the write down the brain, that carves on the brain. So that's very most important. But many people don't know, if the Buddhists don't know the idea. So anyway, so when you get angry, depending on whom you get angry, so you see, I mean, well, you see the many Tibetans, many Tibetans get angry to his holiness. That's not giving religious freedom, this Toja. So you see, for example, you see, if the children are making some mistake, destroying, which harms through their life, you see, doing something wrong which harms their life, then the father is responsible. Father, mother is responsible to correct the children which harms, they don't know, they enjoy, but which harms to their life and harms others. So father is responsible to correct. To correct. It's not a question of not freedom, but father is giving the real freedom. You know, to have long life and all this. So real freedom father is giving, but they don't notice. So they think the father is not giving it, they cannot do whatever they want. You know, don't go to school, play all day long. This is their freedom. So if you want to, I mean, in the West, talk about some of the freedom. Yeah, women live with it. So you see, children don't go to school, play all the day. There's parents do that. This is freedom. They're looking for freedom. Yeah. So what about that? So then the whole children never learn anything, and they just play. Then they find, then they later how much they grow up, they never find a job. But a job, you need education. So anyway, so it's like that. So his holiness, who? He's a founder, he's like Buddha. Shakyamuni Buddha, the founder of Buddhism in the world this time. So his holiness is now, past Buddha happened. So now his holiness is the Buddha who preserve, spread Dharma. That. So if he doesn't correct, if he doesn't, wrong things what you do, if he doesn't correct, who should correct? Who should correct? I tell you. If he doesn't do, who should correct? That comes. You see. So I give an example, very clear example. Children, you see, Oh, they're looking for freedom. Yes! But, you see, you have to, have to correct, otherwise destroy their life. You understand? So similar this, you see. So you see, many people get angry and criticize. So you see, I mean, just even Bodhisattva. That's a nice story. Because what is it? Destroy that marriage. So many years, each time the 1,000 years. And the Bodhisattva, you see, even Japan looking Bodhisattva, Buddha looking Buddha. So then the Buddha, then it's of course, that is in the Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha's prediction. You see, about Tibet. Or then the subject by cherished. Or then to say, one that teaching in India, or degenerate, or then goes into then it's present Tibet, there. Then his illness is produced by Buddha. Genesis. So, Karasvani, that you see. So then you could get angry, heresy. So what you see, marriage get destroyed. Delay the realizations and the suffering, the hell. So you see, when you get angry, depends on whom, but how much. You see, marriage get destroyed. Okay, so. That's one thing. Marriage get destroyed. So depending on whom you can do. That's one thing. Second, delay the realization. You're going to achieve renunciation or realize emptiness something tomorrow, then delay for 1,000 eons. Or depending on whom you get angry. Thousands, millions, eons, you delay. Then the third one, you experience in the hell realm. For eons, you experience in the hell realm. Oh! Before you say, you're asking about how to practice patience. Oh, you have to know this thing. You have to have a fear to the anger, since we are not free. Oh, you have to have fear. You have to not understand this. That's the practice, that's just a mouth, nothing. You see. So this so important in the life. If we don't practice patience, otherwise, whatever what you do in the life is nothing. This is nothing. That's what you see. It doesn't help the future. Nothing. So practice patience. Okay. Okay. Now the anger, you understand. So humble. So, So first, very important, my first request to you, Didar Panra Machena, Gayan Sura, Nemiche. Manje Tage, Sentient, Tindaway, Navache. Sentient, very important. Write down in your diary book. In your diary book, okay? Oh, write down. Write down. Didn't ponder much, if we didn't give harm like this to others, didn't ponder, if we didn't give harm to others, didn't ponder much, nobody will harm you. If we didn't harm others, pardon. If you didn't harm from your side to others, so nobody will harm you. Oh, that's so important, so important, so important, so important, so important, so important. Oh, that one. Oh, that's very good practice. Another meditation practice patience. You understand? Or that, if you can remember that, impossible to get angry. Back, otherwise, others will get, as a result, you are angry back. Other result, others will get angry. If you angry one time, others will angry you 100 times. Then that's just one time, and then you say again, then thousands, millions, billions of the others will angry, they harm you back, harm to you, all like that. You understand? Did I ponder much? Oh, if you didn't harm from your side to others, nobody can harm you. This is the most important. Then you're so scared to harm others. You are afraid to harm others. You see? Never want. Because you want happiness, you don't want suffering. That's what I mean. Then in the past, I gave such harm to others. Therefore, the sentient means harming to me. So therefore, I receive harm. Therefore, sentient means harming to the sentient being, harming me, or this happens. So I'm deserved. Why? Because in the past I harmed others. So I'm deserved. What about? I'm deserved to receive up to the cause. So but the first two was so important. So important. You have to remember this when you're angry. Before you're angry, before you make your mind angry, or you already anger can, but think this. Oh, the anger can start. So important. So all that. Kasure. I think I know the kasure. Oh, that was so important. You see, now, in the life, even most about you, even please, you find please in your bed. Please, jumping one. But you? Please. Oh. That's it, please, but you. Okay. You see, if somebody scolds you, unknown person scold you in the road, in the shop. You see, even unknown person shoot you. Whatever. In your family, somebody show anger, somebody scold you. Whatever happens to your life. Any undesirable things, desirable things, something you don't like, form the words, or anything you don't like, happens that makes you angry. You see, anything happens to you, it's all this result of your karma. Past you harm the others, you treat like that. Oh, everything, whatever you get this life, everything is a result of what you did to others, harm the others. What the Buddha says. Then you see. Then patience. Then you see you don't get angry. Don't get angry. So mind relaxed, peaceful. You see, then practice patience. Oh, so good. That's how you see. But then you practice patience. So your mind is happy, peaceful. So you then even you're happy, because these people angry to you, whatever they do, it's you caused. Because in the past you harmed him. So it's your mistake. It's not their mistake, it's your mistake. Can be your karma who benefits. So, you see, so this time the person angry, whatever, purifying my past negative karma. So you appreciate to everyone. Purifying my past negative karma. No, by harming me, purifying my past negative karma. Oh, that's very good practice of patience. Oh, that's it. Kasuri. Then Kasuri. Oh, Kasuri. Then Kasuri. You see, this is very good. Please write down, don't forget. Dagi leji kuchene dala noche dejungde te semje nyatong dagi teta malakam. You understood? Sorry. Raja is going to learn. He's going to learn Tibetan language in next life. I told him that we'll learn Tibetan language in one life. So next life he's going to learn Tibetan language. Because I make observations, somebody is sick, and so make observations, they make mention puja, then puja didn't get right down correctly. So always something missing there. So then send it to the centers, then Geshe doesn't know. So it returns back. So I told him to one life, just to learn Tibetan language. So it's the next life, isn't it? Then maybe then that time I don't speak Tibetan. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm dog, then can't speak. Not even Tibetan. Dog, kangaroo. And the Kangaroo Island. So anyway, my karma persuaded. My karma persuaded. Therefore I resist this harm. Anything, relationship problem, whatever, anything. Therefore I resist this harm. By this, didn't I make that sentient being to get lost in the whole hell, in the whole of the hell. So means it's a result of past karma, so the person can harm to you. So then then person creating karma, harming me. So that makes person now in the human realm. But you see, that makes person to be born in the hell, in the Lord in hell. So, whole of the hell realm. So, certain, you see, that means you cause that person by letting them to create negative karma, harming you. Then from that negative karma, then result is to go in the hell realm. So that you caused. So it's a way to develop. Instead of rising anger and fight back. Instead of that, you rise compassion. Unbearable compassion. Unbearable compassion. You create all this. So then you see unbearable compassion. Then you do whatever you can. Even at least even can't speak to the person, but at least you pray the person to not be reborn, Lord. Whatever you can do is that you see, whatever you can help that person. You see, that you see. So all like that, see, that's so good. Not only practice patience, but compassion. That brings you to enlightenment, but quickly. You see, it is mentioned in the Liberation Farm. You see, person beat you with stick, with anger, to you, beat you with stick. So you don't get angry to the stick. You don't get angry to the stick because stick is used by the person who's angry to you. So normally people think not harm the stick, but harm the person. People in the world, they think like that. Smash, immediately smash him, kill him, all the things, you see, the person did. So now, you see, by analyzing, you see, what Pamanga said even the person's body, even the person's body and mind, is the mind will get angry to me and beat me with the stick, is used by anger. In the person's mind and body is used, no freedom, no choice, no freedom. Like the stick, no freedom. So that is the person's body and mind, no freedom. Totally used by the anger. Totally used by the anger, that person's anger, you see? Then you use the stick. So even the body mind is totally used by the anger. So mind is no freedom. Totally used by anger. So therefore, so therefore then you help to face by the anger. Whatever you can do, you help, you pray, or at least even you pray, or whatever you help, you see, to face by the anger. All like that, you see. Okay, maybe I think, okay, the Kadamba gets check out. Le Lentam, the Chila da, Kula Garden Chow gone. Le Lentam, the Chila da, Kula Garden Chow. Put all the blames. Whatever happens in the life, small, big problem, small, whatever happens, in the end, put immediately, put all blames to the one, means your self-chasing thought, your ego. Kungla karin chewa gom. Towards everybody, towards all sentient beings, then what do you think? Including the person who's angry to you about, people, whatever. So including that, all sentient beings, what do you do? kunla kadin chewa, mentito kani sovatas. Kadama gedi chewa. Kadama gedi chewa. This is what based on Buddha's teaching. Kadama gedi chewa in the 7 parts of the transmission. Oh, remember, so important. Put all planet to one. Oh, you see, quickly. Otherwise you get angry. So quickly, immediately. Learn, trust others, what do you? Mental kindness. I told yesterday, the great steward to kind. I mentioned all that was so good. To the unbelievable, so to the personal abuse, personal, all the mental this kindness. All your past, present, future, including enlightenment, everything came from that. Happiness came from that. Oh, in Buddha Dhamma-san came from that. Oh, do that. And the person who abuse you, okay, all that. Best, the practice that doesn't anger. Only remember kindness, then you want to help. Only talk to help. And to get angry and destroy. You see? All kinds of learn kindness, compassion, to help. Talk to help outcomes of the kindness. You understand? Or besides practice patience. Oh, so I stop there. So you see the churnam senji chabate. So phenomena is created by the mind. So phenomena is created by the mind, created by your phenomena you create by your mind. The mind is principle that goes before the action of body spirit mind. So that was what the Buddha was Buddha is mentioned. Think of this. Practice mindfulness in this. How everything came from your mind. Your health came from your mind. Your enlightenment came from your mind. Your samsara came from your mind. Your nirvana came from your everyday pleasure came from your mind. Every day your problem suffering came from your mind. This is the root. This is the best. This is the root. Then when you do this, no, impossible to get angry. Best, one of the best to practice patience. No way to get angry. Okay, I'll stop there. Thank you very much. Then again, did all the past, the best of which I married to Buddhas. May the Bodhicitta be generated in the hearts of all the sentiments with the mother. I've been kind up to now, kind to 3 times all that. Papa then generating the heart of all the special sentiments in this world, in the world. Especially in the heart of all the sentiments in Australia, especially in the heart of all within all of us. Even your family members, those dead long time ago, living in Bodhicitta regenerating all their heart, that last second. Then then Bodhicitta regenerating in the heart of all the students, all those who rely upon my permission, all of that is so developed. Bodhicitta to be increased on them. Jangjo, Zenjo, Rinpoche, Maje na Je Juje, Jeba Nyamba Meba Ye, Kone Gondo Be O Sho. Kare Rave Gurve Shingamandi. Pendayan Dewaya Maluya June cherished, sentient, so ye, Shabbos, about dangerous. Don't ye, song to Jebel. Che san ze kan zhe den zhe ge chang na bai mo den den jia zuo le so wa en de zuo xie den a lun zhou yu did all the past, present, future, marriage, through that marriage, number is sentient, number is Buddha, that which exists in the mere name. But I who exists in the mere name. Do that, so but I who exists in the mere name. It is the Buddhahood which exists in the mere name. Lead all the sentient beings who exist in the mere name to that Buddhahood which exists in the mere name. By myself alone who exists in the mere name. Jamal Bavich, the Jimbata Kunda, somebody, and the Jinta Gunja, and Daloji, Gawad did that and Jeradon to the Jibi Jawat and Jayon, to the Nova, the Gaveta, Sambo, Chichi, Rabdo, the older merits to increase Kafre. To increase 100,000 times, then we recite this names of Buddha mantra. Chumden de the Shabada Chombayang Tabo Zoya Sande, Namanan Zoji Jabola Cha Tola Tandra Samba Samba Chambo Gunda Sambola Cha. Tayadom Bez Deva, our body is warm, Dura Diamond. Tayadom Bez Deva, our body is over, Dura Diamond. Tayadom Bez Deva, our body is over, Dura Diamond is over. Tayadom Bez Deva, our body is over, Dura Diamond is over. Tayadom Bez Deva, our body is over, Dura Diamond is over. Maybe one. Tayadom Bez Deva, our body is over, Dura Diamond is over. They know all the prayers we do to succeed. Someday, the Jabata Jomayang Tabazo, Minjila Biduoji Javala, Chatologen, Jabata Jomayang Tabazo, More Damalan Tanjaro Javala Chasolo, Mejon, Seje, Javajal, then the Rua, maybe Damata, Dagala, and Tabe, and Damambe, Thank you very much. Yeah.